on the board, so you want to get a good shot.
Restaurant.
That's a good shot, right? Mm-hmm. All right. See if we can get
Stop. Can you guys please stop giving me the call?
Okay, so about
Just put it somewhere.
things.
There's a lot of different talks going on. There has been a lot of different talks going on. You know, Hidden River Park has been the source of a lot of projects going on. In fact, the neighborhood empowerment projects, I think we got quite a bit of money over the last 2 years to do redesign
10,000.
in that space.
We did 10,000.
And Jim and Monica happen to know a lot about it because they actually brought the idea to us, and we're partners in the grant, we're consultants on that particular grant. So, and I think your idea is well taken. Things you brought in was to have a
Shipping container.
performance.
Yeah, shipping container that acts as a
It's
stage.
It's not a exclusive playground park, it also has, you know, some other features of that, which it has been used. And I forgot to mention one of the Green Cruise activities.
Which brings us, item number 12 has been deferred for 1 week. Item number 13 is some good news, resolution to authorize the mayor to submit and execute the KaBoom Play Everywhere Challenge Grant agreement in the amount of $56,500.00 for the Good Fund and Sound Abounds Downtown Project.
Absolutely.
Ms. Riley.
Good afternoon, Deputy Mayor, Council President, Council residents of the great city of Pontiac. I am pleased and grateful to present on item number 13, which is a resolution to allow the city to enter into an agreement for the acceptance of a grant donation of $56,500 for a project entitled Good Fun and Sound Abounds Downtown Pontiac. That project is targeted for the Hidden River Park, which is in our downtown district, Councilwoman Waterman's district. And what that involves is placing equipment, play equipment, along with musical instruments and a portable stage for arts and cultural initiatives in our downtown. It is provided, the grant of $56,500 is provided by KaBoom, which is supported by the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation.
Adding this playground equipment to Hidden River Park, does that affect the medical marijuana provisioning centers that would be designated in that area?
Good afternoon, Council President. To the extent that the park previously did not have playground equipment, and this would turn it into a park with playground equipment consistent with our ordinance, I believe it's 2357, then the buffers that would apply to the park where they previously did not. So if there are eligible properties near the park, the buffers would be created and it could buffer out some spaces.
So is there any way that we can accept this grant with the conditioning of it staying the same as far as the designation? No, what I'm saying is, the grant is from KaBoom. We are accepting the money in order to do the facility. Even though it's zoned as a park, it doesn't have any grass. It's not a traditional park in the sense of what our parks are. So I'm just asking.
Okay. It's my understanding that there were playground instruments already, and so we already were using the buffer for that park. So it won't change anything with regard to buffers that were already established.
Sure. The City of Pontiac would like the council to pass a resolution authorizing us to submit a grant application to the MACC for a grant that would support further redevelopment of Hidden River Plaza in the amount of $56,500. We previously were awarded a grant from KaBoom, Play Anywhere, and that was for the exact same amount. This project is underway and will take care of some redevelopment and improvements of the upper terrace. And so this grant here would actually complete the project in full and take care of the improvements on the lower terrace, which is the portion of Hidden River Plaza that is closest to the alleyway.
Councilman James, Councilman Nicholson, Mayor Greimel.
I've got a couple of questions. The first one is, will this resolve whatever controversy that we had with the original writers of this grant? Town group that originally wrote the grant for the city? And the second question is, will this satisfy the terms of the KaBoom grant? Will it totally satisfy the terms of that grant?
So these are actually two separate grants. The resolution before you is for an entirely new grant application.
I know, yeah.
The KaBoom Hidden River Plaza redevelopment grant, which was called Fun and Sounds Abound Downtown, that is actually an entirely separate set of funding. That will be wholly executed with the improvements taking place in the upper terrace. So presently that grant is in good standing. We have a good relationship with the funder. And to your point regarding the Holonomy Incubator, the Holonomy Incubator, from what I understand, and this is long before my time here at City Hall, was engaged in the community engagement portion of the grant writing process. I believe the grant itself was submitted by Alexandra Riley. Her name is on the initial application. They produced a small infographic style additions to the original application. And I believe that the community engagement portion of that grant is satisfied to standard.
Any elaboration on that answer, Mayor?
It's okay. Part two is this. I just want to make sure we're clear because Monica Williams is what they're referring to about the controversy. If you don't know, Mayor Grimo, they have this idea that they're the fiduciary people for the grant for the KaBoom. And so they've been sending out information in regards to they're supposed to be over what happens to the grant of the KaBoom funding. So I was wondering, is there any way that you or someone from your side can reach out to them and explain to them how the process has been done and how it was allocated, because they're under the impression that they are the ones that actually should be handling how it's spent in the community.
We'll make sure that someone from the executive branch connects with them if that hasn't already been done.
Okay, thank you.
We have spoken with both Monica and Jim from the Holonomy Incubator. We've discussed the project in its entirety. We've had a call with them on multiple occasions. They have spoken with Vern in planning as well. They were engaged in the community engagement portion of this grant application. You can see the charrettes, which is the word I was looking for earlier, in the actual documents that were provided during the last time we discussed the KaBoom grant. However, this opportunity is completely separate of that grant and allows us to leverage already awarded grant funds to further redevelop the plaza and provide those wonderful improvements in both pavilions to Pontiac residents.
Other discussion? Hearing no further discussion, speakers list exhausted. We have a motion to adopt the resolution to approve City of Pontiac submission of the grant application titled Setting the Stage at Hidden River Plaza to the Michigan Arts and Culture Council Capital Improvements Grant Program in the amount of $56,500. Roll call on adoption. Clerk Doyle.
Nicholson?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Rutherford?
Yes.
James?
Yes.
Yes.
McGinnis? 5 yeas, no nays.
That motion carries.
Okay. The park needs some tree for Awesome.